Hey guys, welcome to another exciting tutorial on Node.js. My name is Benga. So today we'll be talking on or um, we'll be looking at node modules. Okay, so what are node modules? Modules are basically scripts that contains code that you use in creating your Node.js application. So you actually require and export them into one another. Okay, so node modules are basically divided into three parts. We have the core node modules, we have the file based node modules, and we have the I would like to call the third one the ordinary or the normal node module. So it depends on how you would want to call yours by the time I show you how to do it. But for this particular tutorial, I would take you guys on the file based node modules. So I don't want to do everything together because the video might seem very long at the end. So I will be taking just the file based node modules. Okay, so the file based modules are just node modules that when you're actually requiring them, you'd pass in a relative path. So it's more like you are requiring them related to each other, like how you import images, how you link how you do links in HTML and all that. Okay, so let's get straight to work. So on my screen, I'm actually using Notepad++ as my IDE for today's tutorial. Okay, so I have a folder that I have created, and the name of the folder is mode. And inside this folder, I have two scripts which are JS files. I have the date.js file and I have the useDate.js file. Okay, so this is basically what we'll be doing in our tutorial. Um, I'm going to create probably should I say simple application. I'm going to create something that actually gets the current date from my computer. I'm going to write that code block in my date.js file. So what my useDate.js file would be doing is it will be getting anything I've written in my date.js file, and it will be using it in itself, meaning that useDate.js file will be using what is inside date.js file. So at the end of this tutorial, I would assume or expect that you guys know would you guys would have the capability to use require and export, and at the same time understand how they work. And at the same time, I would assume that you guys would know how to use would get to understand the node file based node modules. Okay, so let's start coding. Okay, so I'll create a function that says show date. So I'll create a function called show date, and in this function I'll be returning the date, the current date. So I'll do something like this: return new date. Okay, sorry, return new date. Okay, so my useDate.js file, which is this script, cannot use anything here if there is not an export function, or the export is actually it's actually an object. Okay, so to export scripts into another in Node.js, you could either use module.export, or you could use the export object on its own, like export dot something, like export dot it contains is equals to what you actually want to export, because the export object is more like this var exports is equals to an object. So I could pass in dates, probably show date something. I could pass it something else, and I could say something else. So when I'm actually using it in useDate just sees everything inside this export object and uses or prints them, or anything you want to do to them, it does it to them on the fly. So okay, let's look at how would actually export here. Okay, so to export show date, so it could be used by useDate.js. We'll do something like export dot anything you would want to call it. Probably I should call my own data. Export dot data is equals to, and I'll be passing it show date. But what did I actually do here? I actually passed it I actually pass show date as a variable name, not show date like this. Because what I actually want is I want it to take everything here, like the whole function, and pass it to export dot data, so I could use it in use date.js. Okay, so I hope you guys understand this. Okay, so we'll be going to use date.js to actually use uh, what we've written in date.js. Okay, so to require um, what we have in date.js, all we need to do in use date is to write var anything you would want to call it, var get date is equals to require, and inside it I'll be passing it a relative path to that date.js since I want to use date.js. Okay, so I'll be passing it please get me date. So there will be no need to write date.js, you understand, because the node system actually knows that you are asking it to look for a script called date.js in the same level, you understand. So because they are actually located in the same level on my computer system. Okay, so what actually happens here is it passes in this show date to get date. But remember that what we actually did here is export dot data, meaning to access show date. Show dates can only be accessed by get date dot data, you understand this. So the require function actually helps you do so many things, and everything is actually done by object manipulation. So I would basically want to do something like var, let's say a is equals to get date dot data, get date dot data. So um, get date dot data actually calls this show date. So what I'm actually doing here is to pass in this show date to a. Are you getting it? Okay, so from this point I could just write console. Oh, I hope you're getting this. Console log a dot or um a like this dot would probably want to get the to string method. So I'm actually calling a because here we pass in the variable name, but because we want to run it, we have to run it like a function. So when I get to this point, I have to run it like this dot to string method. Okay, so let's see if this actually works. Cmd node use it. Yeah, so you can see that this works. So this is Wednesday, October 26th, 2006. You can see the time printed, GMT, blah 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 blah. So that's basically how file-based system works. But in case you didn't get it, let me try to add some more things so you see how the export function can actually be used in its full length. So I could also do something like from dates. I could also do something like um, export dot name should be equals to, and I could pass in a variable name. Probably I pass it a string rather. Okay, so I'm saying from use dates I want uh, the name contains to be accessible from use dates. That's why I'm doing export dot name is equals to Benga. So from here getDate has gotten everything in the export object. So I could also write something like var b is equals to getDate dot name. Remember, getDate is only accessing what the export object has, and the export object in date has name and it has data. So when I actually require the date script here, the date.js script here, I only have access to date and I only have access to name. Are you getting it? I Probably you can't listen because this probably, I don't know what I'm actually getting, but let's see. Okay, so b dot name and okay, use the um okay, undefined. Actually get this undefined I actually get this undefined console.log here because I shouldn't be calling b.name again. So it's more like I'm saying get date.name.name, which is actually wrong because it's undefined. So this should just be b, and let's rerun it. So you can see the time printed and you can see Benga printed. So you could do a lot with these. Write scripts, require and export them into one another. The only basics you need to get is from the dates.js script. You can see we are using exports, like we are throwing it out, and the use dates.js script is more like should I say the striker who always has to chest the ball on the field, that wonderful moment when he jumps up and he fires the goal. So he chests it by requiring it, and when we require it, we try to make use of it. Okay, so I hope you've learned a lot from this tutorial. You've understood how to use require and export. You understand the file-based node modules and how we actually use them. So if you don't or if you didn't get this, or probably you don't understand something, or you'd like to ask me a question or two, you could use the comment box below to ask me any question you would like to ask. And at the same time, I have a page on Facebook called Life Coders. Thank you, Badewa Kayode. Is my partner in crime. Let me put it like that. So he actually created this page so we could get to discuss on wonderful things on Node.js. So till we meet next time, my name remains Benga. Ciao. Bye.